Hello, everyone. Welcome to Appulate 13 Producer Connect Standard webinar. We will give another minute for other participants to join, and then we will start. All right, everyone, let's get started. My name is Anastasia Gumenikova. I'm Agent Ambassador at Appulate. On this screen, you can find my contact details, my email addresses. Feel free to reach out to me anytime you have any platform-related questions. I'm here to help you. And below, you can also find our support email address for any technical-related questions. Feel free to use this email address. And in order to start working with Appulate, first thing you need to do is to go to appulate.com and browse website. So let's do it together. And once you are on our main site, you need to use this login button located in the upper right hand corner here, and then enter your credentials. If you are brand new in Appulate and you're not sure if you have account or not, I also recommend you try our sign up button below here. And after that, try to enter information about your agency. If the system recognizes your email, most probably you already have account with us. I'm going to go back and I'm going to proceed with my test credentials. And I'm going to use my test account. And then I click login. Another useful button for you is forgot password. You can use it if you don't remember your password, then our support team will be happy to reset it for you. So I click login and then I get redirected to our main landing page. So once I have it opened, and if I'm very brand new, I will see the same page as I have it here with no records displayed. But if you all previously tried the system, you will see some insured records displayed right on this page. And in order to start working with Appulate successfully, you will need one important tool to install on your computer. This tool will help to bridge your Accord form data right in the system. So for this, on the very toolbar, you need to click on the Help button, Tools button, and within this list, you need to select the option Appulate Uplink. Once you are here, you need to install our Appulate Uplink application on your computer. We have system requirements for Windows and Mac OS. Um, Below, you can also specify your AMS details. And once you are ready to download it, just click this Download Uplink Driver button. Then the system will save the file on your computer, and once it is installed, you are ready to use it to bridge your Accord form data right to Appulate. And let me demonstrate on how you can start working with your Accord form data. I'm going to open my test Accord form in my regular reader. So for now, you can see workers' compensation, and I'm going to try to print this data as I usually do it with any regular printer. So I'm going to click Command P, and instead of your regular printer within this pop-up, you need to select Appulate Uplink. You will see this option once this application is installed on your computer. So once it is okay, please double check if your paper size and pages settings are correct. Paper size should be compatible with US letter, and if everything is okay, we just simply click print, and then the system opens, pop up, and ask us to provide our credentials. We are okay here, so we just click send, and then it takes a few seconds to open another tab in our browser. And as you can see, my business line that I had in my Accord form for workers' compensation is already displayed here. If you work with generic specific business lines, you can use this drop down here to change your business line within this list. We are good with workers' compensation so far, so I just click continue. And now the system suggests you to send your submission directly to the markets that you have in your account. I recommend you to stop with Appulate option. This is just because I recommend you to make sure that all data is transferred to the system accurately. So once you select Appulate, you have an option to check your insured details prior to the next submission. So I select the first option and then I click send. And then the system takes a few seconds to bridge the data. And now we are in Appulate in our quote request page. So the system created quote request for us. It's already in progress. You can see the status here. And other important details here, information about our insured displayed in the upper left-hand corner. We can go here and check our client's details within the insured page, within the profile tab here. Then we have our quotes and policies tab with our quote requests displayed. This is for workers' compensation. If we want to have another quote request that will be associated with the same client, we can use this button, request new quote, or alternatively, we can bridge another Accord form in just a few clicks, and this another quote request with another business line will be displayed for you below the first one. So if we are good here, let's move on to our quote request. Other important details on the very top of our page is this folder icon, which stands for our business line workers' compensation. Then we have a calendar icon. These are our effective and expiration dates. As you can see, my dates are a bit outdated, so I'm going to change them. And once I changed my effective date, the system automatically updates my expiration date. This logic works in all parts of our system. So I just click save. And once I made sure that everything is okay, I'm ready to check my insured details and all questions that I had in my Accord forms. So we have two additional tabs here, and we need to go to the tab insured. So within this tab, you will find data that we had in our Accord form. So as you can see, I have some details already filled in, and I don't need to rekey this information. Everything is already here just because we breached it through our Accord form for workers' compensation. Of course, I can make some changes if it's needed. But what is great within this page is that if you will scroll up, you will see this Ask Insured tab button, excuse me. So once you click on that button, you get redirected to the page where you need to specify your insured details. So it's going to be last name. Let's enter something as a test. and email address. Then we move on to the section where we can select questions, specific questions that we have in our questionnaire. And once we select these questions, we can send this information to our insured so they could answer these sections for us. So we don't need to reach out to insureds via email or via phone, for example. We can just simply send it in one email with the link. And as you can see in this example, I selected 3 different questions. And we have the button preview. Once we click on that, you will see the page that will be displayed for your client once they receive your email. So as you can see, I have body part already included. My information also is here. And here below, you can see my 3 questions that I specified in questionnaire. So when my insured specifies all this information for me, I don't need to open my mailbox and search for this email, or I don't need to call to the client. All this data will be synchronized automatically. So I just open Appulate and I'm ready to move on with my request for quote. Um, Yes, and this is the last step, is just to generate email, and the system does everything for you. So you have your email with the body part included here, and the link is also attached. So you can change this part, but please make sure that this link is here so that your user, your insured can click on that link. So once you are good with the information about the insured, you're ready to move on with your quote request. And this is the second tab here. So when we click on that tab, uh, it's time to start working with markets. And we have this plus button at markets. So we click on that, and the system opens pop-up with a list of my markets. These are the markets I previously selected to work with through Appulate, and you can search for different other markets using this search line. For example, I want to search for Trust, I can do it here. Yeah, or for example, I want Walter, I can also search it right here. And once I click on that, it will be added to my quote request. Um, and I also can pick up something that I previously worked with. Below, you can also see the list of open brokerage markets. So open brokerage markets, these are partners with Appulate. These are the markets that can provide you with the quote without being appointed. So you can only get the quote with this market without being appointed. But if you want to bind with this market, you still need an appointment with them. So you can also check these markets within this list. What else is important to mention is that the list of the market that is currently displayed for you is associated with the business line here. So it's markets that provide you with workers' compensation. If you use another business line, for example, Bob, the list of the markets that you see here may be different. So it depends. And I'm going to use one in my quote request here. Yes, let's remove another market so it's just won't distract us. And as for the markets, another helpful resource that you can use to get more familiar about the markets and types of submissions that they can provide you with is located under the help button here. This option is called submission matrix. So within this page, you can find a list of markets available for you in Appulate. So you can see it's pretty long, and above you can see the list of business lines and packages. You can limit this list. In the left corner, you can find a drop down. You can limit this list to personal lines only or to commercial lines only, and it will be different. And above, you can also see different icons. So let me elaborate on the icons that you can see here. If you see, some markets might be marked with this orange clover icon, like we have it with Asia. So it's open brokerage markets. These are the markets that do not require an appointment to provide you with the quote. And we have another clover icon, which is colored with green. And this is Appulate style of submission that we have in the system. These markets are partners with Appulate. They use Appulate as their system. So you can use these markets to send your submission over to the market, and you most probably you will see you will receive the response from this market also right in the system, so you don't need to open your mailbox. It will be displayed right in Appulate. Some of the markets will be marked with this green clover icon plus this lightning bolt, like we have, if I'll scroll down, like we have it with Duo. And this is one another amazing type of submission. We call it instant quote. This type of submission provides you with your quote request results immediately upon your submission. Whether your quote is approved and declined, you will see it immediately in the system. This is because we use API format of data transfer to the market servers. And you may also notice other markets. We have the same icon with the globe and different number of boxes next to it. This is another type of submission that is also available in Appulate. We call it web link. And this is the type of submission where your data that you have in the system, insurance related data, accord related data, and agency related data, automatically transferred, breached to the carrier's website and filled in. All this data is filled in automatically there, so you don't need to rekey this information. And different markets accept different data level. So if you see, if the globe icon is marked with one square, it means that your login details only will be accepted. If it is general information, this market will accept only login details plus general information. If this web link accord with three squares next to the globe, it means that this market will accept your login details, general, and data that you had breached over from your accord form to the system. And some markets provide you with web link comprehensive. Here, this market will include all data that was previously mentioned, plus it will also accept market default accord forms. So yeah, this market web link type of submission is our premium feature. So if you feel that this feature is interesting for you, feel free to reach out to me or our sales team, and we will be happy to provide you more details on it. But now let's move on back to our quote request. And it's time to take a look at how our quote request works. So as I previously mentioned, we have instant style of submission with green clover icon plus this lightning bolt with immediate result upon your submission. So let's take a look on how it works. So in order to start, we just simply click the start quote, and then the system opens market-specific questionnaire page. Uh, Above, you can see some red numbers. These are required questions. In the questionnaire, they will be marked with red asterisks. You can limit this list by clicking the option Show Required Questions Only. And after that, let's complete these questions together, just in order to take a look the way it works. So once you completed the section, the numbers as well as red asterisks, they disappear. And as the result, you won't see any red points. So let's complete the last area and then click request quote. Now the system takes a few seconds to breach the data over the carrier's website, or the servers, excuse me. And after that, under the status column, you will see the updated status quote prepared, and the quote itself will be located under the market's name. You can click on that to download it. And once it will be on your computer, you can also view it. With this specific market, it will look this way, but it depends from market to market. Yes, and moving on, once you have your quote, um, we are ready to um, send it over to our client. And let's also imagine that we have uh, other quotes with other markets here. Next step that I'm going to show you is called compare quotes. So we're going here, and within this page, you can see I have my quote, but if we had several of them, they also would be displayed here. And we can click select all and then share this information with insured. You have two options. You can send it over by email, or you can use share with insured option and send it through Appulate. And again, we have preview option to check it. Um, and this is the way it will be displayed for your insurance. So for example, I have my workers' compensation, I have my quote here, and this information will be displayed for my client. So basically, your client will receive like a menu list with different quotes so they could choose which one works best for them. But let's move on back to our quote request. Once we are working with our quote request, we also want to um, bind, for example, if we are appointed with this market. So for this, we need to click this three-dot menu button, and after that, click Mark as bound in my case, just because I'm not appointed with this market. But if you are appointed, you can use the option Bind. So now, once you are here, you again receive market-specific questions. Then we have information about other details that we need to provide. And once it is okay, we just move on. And I just click bind. All right, something is missing. And now it's time. No, probably I need to complete some stages. Okay, so once I am here, I just click. And once I proceed with this workflow, the system will be redirecting me to the policy page. So now I just click can see, all our information is listed here, and I have all my details displayed. We have summary that is editable, and once you click on this pencil icon with edit details, what is great is that you can also use automatic remarketing. So let me elaborate on what does it mean. Let's imagine that in the next year you decided to work with the same client and with the same information, but you don't want to waste your time on rekeying these details. So what you can do prior this action is to click this create a new remarketing request, and the system will do everything for you automatically. And the only information that you will need to change is the accurate dates. So I will save it so my system will start working with my call request in the next year for me. And when I have my policy details, another great feature that I also want to demonstrate to today is the ability to create certificates of insurance right within the system. So for this, we need to click this Create Certificates button. And after that, the system will ask me to provide holder details. So let's complete this stage together. Um, and once I have this data edited, I just move on, and I that's the place where I need to select a policy. So far, we have one policy, but if you have several policies associated with the same client, you can also specify them together here. So I'm okay with workers' compensation that I have here, and I just click next, and I'm redirected to the questions page. I can enter some needed details, or I can make changes in the data that I have here. And once everything is okay, I just simply click complete. And now I am able to click on the view all certificates. And after that, I can then load the certificates on my computer. So let me quickly demonstrate you the way it will be as a final stage. So this is the certificate of insurance ready to be sent. And what else is great that we have in Appulate is that you can use the sign option to send it over to the client so they could proceed with the signature. But again, this is something that is available for our premium customers. So if you feel that it's something that might be interesting, feel free to reach out to me or our sales team. And I believe these are the main aspects that I really wanted to cover with you today. And I'm going to open my section with questions so I could address your questions. And yeah, feel free to ask your questions in chat. Alrighty, I don't see any questions so far. Um, let's have another few minutes. All right, it seems that nobody has questions. Let me display you my contact details again so you could reach out to me anytime that you have any questions. Yeah, so feel free to use one of these email addresses or feel free to use our support email address for any technical related questions. And I think it's time to wrap up. Thank you, everyone, for joining today's webinar. And have a wonderful rest of the day and happy quoting. Thank you.